think he should have the class to relinquish what he's doing. And with each passing day, I lose more respect for him. Whether I agree with his policies or not, that's not what I'm talking about. I really am losing respect. As much as I don't care personally for Ted Cruz, I respect what he did.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I don't understand why Bernie Sanders is going to just sit there, you know what I mean, and do damage is what I...
Do you know how he can win? He has to win 101% of the rest of the delegates. That's like... It's not even possible.
Right. So that's why I say
it's not even possible. At the point that it's not even possible, I mean, you should, like, for the good of the entire party, move forward.
Well,
she has to win 18% of the rest of the delegates. He has to win 101. It's not even mathematically possible.
And so I listened to him on the news this morning, and he said he is going to not drop out. He's going through every single primary, or whatever we call it, every state, until every state is voted, he will not make a decision. And I'm just okay, really? So I have to say I'm losing respect on that one.
Go ahead, Terry.
I would have to agree with you, Rachel. So am I, because he just end this now. And
like Frozen, let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. But for them to put an independent in, for them to put an independent in, that's just ludicrous. There's going to be, this anti-Trump movement, and I think that you're going to see more violence going forward with Trump being the, last man standing in the Republican Party. There's been a lot of violence at the places that he's gone to get votes. It's going to continue to get progressively worse. I think this nation's going to see that. And, I'm sort of, look, if there was some sort of, agenda for the Republican Party, they really need to sit him down.
They obviously don't have one.
They have to sit him down, and they have to calm him down.
Mm-hmm.
Because him having the loose cannon mouth that he has is only going to make the nation, angrier than they were, if that's not possible, than they are.
Right.
And you're going to see more violence. You're going to see more things. This is becoming the worst political presidential campaign ever. It has been that way for some time. It's going to get much worse. What I fear now is that innocent people are going to get hurt that go against Trump, because they're going to come up and come out strong, very strong.
Wait,
absolutely.
You think the people who oppose Trump are going to get hurt?
And the people that oppose, yes, I think the people that oppose Trump, what's going to happen is this: he's the last man standing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have people that are anti-Trump and people that are, pro-Trump, going to these rallies, going to in support of and in support against. Against Trump. And those are the people, I call them the innocent people, that could possibly get hurt. I don't see this faring out very well at all. I really don't. He's really said way too many things against the people. They're insulted. They don't want him in.
Well, I agree that, but, words can't hurt me. You know what I mean? When you're a little kid, they teach you, what is it,
But unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are very easily offended. And of course, that's an insecurity thing, and that's something that you need to work on. But unfortunately, most of us don't do enough self-reflection, so we lash out.
Well, we're going to have to see if Terry's right, but I don't have that same fear. I really don't. I think the further along we get, like the less candidates, when it comes down to the candidates, I think it's just going to be a verbal brawl between Clinton and Trump.
Yeah, he's already calling her very nasty names.
I'm sure she'll come up with some buttes or something. Not ugly, but I'm sure she'll...
Right. She can handle herself after everything she's been through. If there's one woman that I would put up there, I'm like...
They say her new word for him is just to keep repeating that he's a loose cannon, which of course he is, but that's not exactly an insult. But I'm not as worried about the violence, but I certainly hope not. I hope you're not right.
I see. There's for some reason, that's the first fear that went through me.
Mm-hmm.
The violence, the people, innocent people, because you're going to have people that stand up strong for him and those that are against him. And those are the people that are going to show up at the rallies. Those are the people that are going to battle one another.
Well, they're already showing up at the rallies.
Right.
We're seeing this.
This is what's going to happen.
Especially in California, which is a very liberal state, when you saw him go there. Did y'all watch that? I don't know if y'all watched that. Him trying to get into the hotel, it was a hot mess. They literally were protesting and walking around the building. He had to park on the side, hop a median, and go in a side door before they could, get to that side of the building. They were hopping the barricades. They were over overwhelming the police at that point.
I mean, this is the first time in history, in a rock band group has forbidden.
Yeah, the Rolling Stones are like, do not play my stuff.
Don't play my stuff. Don't play my stuff. And he goes, well, everything that I play has been approved by. But you know what? No, this is the first time ever. I'm sorry.
I don't want to be associated with it.
Not only that, but one other thing. What's going to happen in this race going forward with Clinton and Trump? Past history, this has been in Louisiana and I think pretty much everywhere. When a man battles a woman, women are your strongest voters. Women feel like it's an abuse thing that sets in with us. They don't like to see that. So they're going to see this Trump being his loose cannon self, against Hillary one-on-one. And women are going to get offended by it, like they have in the past. They get sick of the rhetoric. They feel like he's being a bully. They begin to feel like he's being abusive to a woman and disrespectful. They band together and come out strong against him. This is women groups organization.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward.
And so, wait, go ahead before I go.
I'm deciding. I vote with my vote in the booth. He can say whatever he wants. I still get to vote.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just want to
the same way he got there is the same way we can make sure and block him. I'm just saying.
So somebody said
he got there because his supporters voted for him.
Right. So if it's not your thing, and I'm not proselytizing one way or the other, but if it's not your thing,
he's not my thing.
Then you need to. You have to encourage everyone. I think they said something like 60% of all Americans did not vote in the last election. Well, if he's aroused all these people to start participating in the process, if you do not get yourself and everyone you know who feels like you do to participate in the process, then you really don't have anything to say.
Absolutely. And so I want to kind of look at this situation in the bigger picture, because what happens when you let an extreme of either party or an idea take over and you don't speak up? What happens in your communities, in your schools, in whatever the situation may be? What happens when you let an extreme take over?
Well, most people are intimidated.
Because I believe there's no coincidences. So there's no coincidences. So what are we going to learn from this?
We're going to learn...
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. We learned with Jindal. Exactly. We learned with Jindal. I'm glad you said that. No, but it's the truth. His supporters, and I want to say supporters, but there were people, and I'm going to say this on air, they were people who were in his party who didn't necessarily even agree with him, but because he was in their party, went along with it. But at what point is it your responsibility to speak up? Now, I'm not saying go bash something and, cause a ruckus, but get the information out there so that you can inform the people of what's going on, so that we can open our minds to living differently in the world and we can do something about it as a community.
Well, I think...
I'm not talking about arguing about it. I'm talking about doing something.
Well, look, I'm not... I feel a little, I don't say kinder, or I feel more understanding of what's happened in the Republican Party, because it's the bully mentality. You know what I mean? The squeaky wheel gets the oil. Right. So you get all these people, and it's hard. People are doing their regular life, and they're trying to make money, and they've got a job, and they got a family. They got, it's hard to fight a system. It takes very special people who stick their neck out. Do you know what I mean? And really stand up against something. And so,
But we all have that little special in us that we need to dig down deep and let our little light shine, and use what God gave us, whatever that is, use that and, move forward. If you know something is not right, y'all follow your intuition. Right. In our gut, we know, what's right and wrong. And we knew, allowing certain things to move forward isn't the right thing to do. Speak up. And sometimes and I'll give you the flip side of that coin. Sometimes you're so attached to a cause that you forget why you're doing it, and then it's for yourself and not for the cause. So it can be both sides of that coin. So really take that time to look deep and see why you're doing something. But I think, with this being the case, and I'm not telling anybody to do anything, but I am saying we need to look at the situations in our community, and when we have extreme groups that are driving us, we need to make sure that our voices are heard as well.
You're right, Eileen. Again, I can only state that my concern is when people stand up for the cause. I hope that they stand up in a nonviolent way. I just don't want to see things going wrong because we've got this race going on and the nation battles, the Republicans and Democrats go to battle with one another. I just don't want to see that. We've seen this happen in his rallies, at his rallies before. I don't want this to happen again.
And last but not least, we have to go out because Lee's about to kill me. And stop complaining about stuff. You can complain all day, but unless you're going to do something about it, you can point the finger, you complain, you can fuss at somebody, but unless you're doing something yourself, I don't really want to hear it.
Oh, that's the Good Life. Post themselves. Then you
exactly.
have a voice.
This is The Good Life. We'll be right back and talking about doing it yourself. We're going to talk about volunteering when we get back. Open your mind. This is The Good Life Gumbo Talk. We'll be back.
Gentile Italian Pie is home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentile Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentile Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax. Have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentile Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabout for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentile Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out. 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Marabout in Gentile.
Over the past 18 months, RTA has added and enhanced bus service throughout the city. These phased bus service enhancements are the result of careful planning and listening to you, our riders. Starting on April 17th, RTA is expanding bus service again. You'll see improvements like getting you to Canal Street by 5 a.m., more service on weekends, a brand new airport express route, better timing on transfers, and more. For the full list of bus service enhancements, go to NORTA.com and follow us at New Orleans RTA on Facebook and Twitter.
Carter Business Development delivers. For businesses to compete, they must have access. Let CBD be your bridge for business development services, radio advertising, social media marketing, brand ambassador, outreach, and access. Contact Carter Business Development at 504-400-7127 or email Eileen@tglradioshow.com. Carter Business Development creates unfolding opportunities. CBD connects the dots from where you are to where you want to be. Join the good life now with Carter Business Development, 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. As quoted, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. Let CBD save you time and give you access. Call 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. Take the steps required for access so you can live the good life too with Carter Business Development. That's 504-400-7127.
Hey, it's Graylin Banks, host of The Grapevine on WBOK 1230 AM. And I'm here to tell you about my friends over at Liberty Bank and Trust Company. Liberty knows that there has never been a better time to buy a home. Their mortgage professionals show you how to take advantage of this great real estate market, low interest rates, and give you the knowledge you need to achieve your goal of home ownership. Now, whether it be refinancing, buying your first home, or breaking ground on new construction, Liberty Bank is there to help you along the way. Call today at 504-420-5288 or visit www.libertybank.net to find out how you can let them make your American dream home come true. FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694. With a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
When I got hit in a car accident, the insurance company tried to give me less than I knew I deserved. I called Maurice Reed Jr. He got me $150,000.
I'm Maurice Reed Jr. If you got hit in a car accident, call me, 488-HELP.
You're listening to the voice of the people. WBOK 1230 AM, where it's real talk for real times.
Good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday, and we're here to open your mind. Good life, good life, in a different land. We are here with Gumbo Talk Thursday, and I am here with the ladies, and you know we always get into the stew. I am here with Terry Guerin and Rachel to my right. So weird, and there's somebody missing. Cindy is gone. She is out with the kids volunteering for school. Imagine that. So she sent us a proxy today, and
it's Cindy's birthday yesterday. So
was it?
Give it a shout out. Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Cindy. See? Oh, I know, because we got rained out of our plans. Oh, exactly, yeah. Yes. Happy birthday to Cindy, and we will have to, maybe we can surprise her with something next week, but we won't tell her. But all the listeners will know. So y'all just be prepared for something. Okay. But we won't tell you. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Next break? Next break. But speaking of volunteering, it's one of the first lessons we learn as children. Sharing means caring, right? We might not understand why we have to share at first, especially when there are younger siblings involved, but as we grow into adulthood, sharing becomes an essential part of our social and career successes. So it comes to no surprise that when you learn that research now proves that sharing your time with others for a good cause can improve your overall happiness and mental well-being. It turns out that baby boomers per se give more total dollars to charities than in any other generation. But sometimes you can't give your money, or it may not be, in the budget. So sometimes you should give your time. Exactly. They said, according to data collected by, Volunteers of America, boomers spent about 3.6 million hours volunteering for organizations or causes that they are passionate about. These generous boomers seem to have tapped into volunteerism as an opportune time. 2 new studies have recently confirmed that there are significant health benefits to giving back. So I'm going to give you a couple of these benefits because, open your mind and living differently. You may just need to volunteer your time and stop being... I didn't say you were selfish. No, I didn't say that. I don't know what you're talking about. 76% of people who volunteered in the last 12 months said that volunteering has made them feel healthier. 94% of people who volunteered in the last 12 months said that volunteering improved their mood. 78% of them said that volunteer lowered their stress levels. 96% reported that volunteering enriched their sense of purpose in life. 80% of them felt like they have control over their health now, and about a quarter of them reported that their volunteer work has helped them manage a chronic illness by keeping them active and taking their minds off of their own problems. Because there is always someone that has something going on that is a little bit heavier than yours. So, thank God for your blessings and have a little gratitude. And, we want to volunteer. So we have a very special guest today. Her name is Ellen Hazor, and I know that you all know her from many different ways in the community, but we know her as a mother and a parent at Lake Forest Charter School in the East. So welcome so much to Gumbo Talk. We're very excited to have you here. I won't say this. We will trade her anytime for Cindy. We'll see. We'll talk about it.
Cindy's irreplaceable, okay?
No, I'm just joking. Cindy, we love you. Well, tell us a little bit about what's going on over there.
Only Eileen.
No, I was just joking. Cindy knows I love her. And speaking of volunteering, they have an opportunity to volunteer with Lake Forest Charter. and it's one of the schools in our community who is really doing great things for the kids. Every time I hear a story about Lake Forest Charter, it's about, how the kids are really developing and growing and how their grades are like out the box. So give us a little bit about what's going on at the school.
Well, first of all, Eileen, thank you so much for giving me and the school this opportunity.
Absolutely.
You, Terry, and Rachel, and Cindy, and Absentia are really fantastic, and I am just enjoying being your live audience today.
Oh,
thank you.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
But I'm here because Lake Forest Charter School we're building a playground in one day. We are in a brand new facility on Lake Forest Boulevard, which is a beautiful campus, but now we need a playground.
Right.
So we have partnered with Morgan Stanley, who is our funding partner for this, and it's part of their Healthy City initiatives, in which they have an innovative program that will provide healthy lifestyles for children and communities. So together, we want to build this playground in one day, but to do that, we need 200 volunteers. Some will be from Morgan Stanley, of course, some will be from the Lake Forest Charter Family and Friends Network, but we are welcoming anybody.
And some will be from the WBOK family.
That sounds great to me.
And our listening audience.
Absolutely, that's what I meant. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So, why are you laughing at me? No, I'm serious. So,
there's a lot to laugh at.
Okay, so say I'm interested and I want to help. What would I be doing that day?
Okay, well, you not only would be feeling good, but you would be getting a little exercise.
Absolutely.
Because you will be working outside. There will be different tasks that have to be done. So you could pick something or just be assigned to a team. Could be anything from helping to erect the playground equipment to preparing the soil, just whatever needs to be done to get this playground erected.
So they'll have different levels of, I guess, strenuous. Is that
right.
a word? No.
Well, it's really fun because, you learn, first and foremost, how to erect a playground. I've done this with Kaboom before.
Right, exactly. Kaboom is involved in this.
Are
Kaboom
they? Playground?
Shout out Kaboom.
I've been there. You're going to love the experience because they show you how to build this thing from these huge, beautiful, well put together blocks almost. They're like plastic, but it's very sturdy, not harmful to the kids. But you learn how the process is done. There's skilled people from Kaboom that come out that have done this before. They have a plan of action, and you volunteer your time. You're not picking up on stuff that's too heavy. You will not injure yourself. And you can erect the facility in a day. You can do some planting. You guys are doing some planting of some trees and stuff as well?
Beforehand. We have a prep day and then the actual build day. So by the end of the build day, it is definitely just a transformation of that space.
You have to be a part of this audience. It is wonderful to see that thing erect itself, and tell you what, it will last for generations. You can pass by with your grandchildren even and say, hey, look, I was a part of that. I helped build that.
Is this something
that is such a rewarding feeling?
Is this something that people can bring, like, their teenage children?
Yes.
Because I don't know if you can bring the little ones.
That's
but
a
more
good
of teenage.
point. You can bring them, but they won't be allowed to actually work on certain tasks if they're under 18. But there will be a different area in which they can assist, and then the smaller kids can play.
Right.
But over 18 are the people who will be able to really help do anything.
So you mean those college students who are listening right now, who are just getting back home from school, that have a lot of free time?
There you go. Are those fraternities, those sororities that want to do community projects?
And there's a lot of seniors that need hours. So
that's a great idea.
Internship hours in order to graduate. So this would be a great
y'all know
project.
Y'all have y'all children who didn't finish their hours
and they could rack up several hours with this project
in one day.
Well, I know my nephew. Look, I'm gonna shout him out. At Brother Martin was trying to finish his hours, and I think he finished them. But I know there's probably a couple of them that didn't. I know some of these schools have service hours. So if your child needs some service hours, or just to get out, open your mind. Show them how you can feel when you give back to others. And don't do it for yourself, but, giving back to the community. Because just like you said, this is something that's for generations. And Lake Forest Charter has done so many wonderful things in the East. I know I just knew a few of but y'all have really taken the academic standard to a new level.
They really have. And, it's because of a lot of dedication from the principal and the staff and the parents and the children.
I was about to say, they have a great parent participation level, don't they?
Right.
Extremely strong.
Exactly. And it's required.
Oh, wait. Did y'all wonder why I made sure to point that out?
Yeah, so that people will know.
Oh, because you mean when parents participate in the process, the school can flourish. I'm just saying.
It's successful. The students are successful. They learn. Here's the deal. At Lake Forest Charter, they have a reputation of a very strong parent association. Those kids take those skills that they see in front of them with those involved parents, and the next generation afterwards has the same skills that they've brought up with that they, pass along, because you see it every day with every parent that's there. They're very involved people in the community.
Right.
That's why those kids are successful. It's not because there's a bunch of smart kids. They are great kids with wonderful parents that are supportive to the school and the learning environment.
Children are sponges. Is how much you're going to pour into it,
and they lead by example. So look at the great example.
Exactly. And so if your parent is there, putting forth the effort, then the child's going to do the same thing.
Exactly.
Plant the seed. It'll grow eventually. It grows. So give us again when, what, where, how we can come out and help, because just like you said, if y'all have a group, your group of the black men, your group of the women, white, Caucasian, Asian, whatever you are, Hispanic, we want everybody to come out. This isn't just one group. This is everybody. This is our children. This is our future.
Exactly. The actual playground build day is on Friday, May 20th. The kickoff will be at 9 o'clock, and we will have the ribbon cutting at 3 o'clock. We do ask you to sign up or register online. I have an internet address that will bring you to the link to do this, and it is www.T as in Tom, F as in Frank, A as in Apple, Forms, FORMS.com/417484.
Now, you're going to leave me that so I can post it on our social media website.
Ellen, is there a link to the website from the school for the form?
I don't think so. Okay. It would be worth checking out.
Okay.
But we ask you to register. But if by chance you don't, please still come. We'll have volunteers there.
Well, this is what we're going to do for you. We are going to make sure that we post that link on our social media website. So make sure y'all follow us on Facebook, The Good Life Radio Show. You do not have to be a member of Facebook. Just type it in, The Good Life Radio Show. It pops up at the top because, we about that life about growing. So y'all better get on the bandwagon.
Wonderful.
Make sure you like us and follow us, and then you can just, hit the link, sign up, and volunteer.
Right. And then also, as Terry suggested,
Can
try
we call
the school's website, because it may be up already.
So, say there's a group and they have 30 guys, 30 ladies, it's one of the fraternity sororities, whatever it may be, and they call the school and say, we want to get our group to come volunteer. Is it possible that they could call the school and do that?
Yes, they can call the school and get more information, because we definitely encourage that. We'd
you
love
have that
to
number?
have
I know I'm putting you on the spot there.
Right. And Ellen,
I'll pull it up.
Just for our listeners, will you say again what time they should come on Saturday and where to go?
Well, it's on Friday, May 20th. Come to Lake Forest School at the corner of Lake Forest and Wright Road. And the kickoff is at 9 o'clock, and we plan to cut the ribbon at 3 o'clock.
And I'm pulling up their phone number. Their phone number is 504-826-7140.
Right.
504-826-7140. So if you are interested in your group volunteering, to build a playground, y'all, it's with Kaboom, it's with JP Morgan Chase, open your mind to living differently in the world.
Actually, Morgan Stanley.
Make
sure we get that right.
I'm giving somebody else the wrong airtime.
And the address of the school is 11110 Lake Forest Boulevard.
Y'all can do like I do. Y'all just look it up on the web. Keep Lake Forest Charter, type it in Google. It works the same way. It will come up. It actually came up first. But again, their number is 504-826-7140, and it's lakeforestcharter.org. That's pretty easy. lakeforestcharter.org. Because that is the good life. Open your mind to living differently in the world. Volunteering is good for your soul. And so, sometimes we need to, walk the walk and not just talk the talks. We want to make sure everybody gets out and does their best for our community.
Children. That's right. And we thank you so much for this opportunity, and we just know it's going to be a success because we're all going to work hard and make it happen.
And when parents are involved like this, you took off time to make sure that you came to get information out for the school. You didn't have to do that. But look what happens when parents, take that extra effort. Just saying, y'all.
And let's be sure to mention it for the next 2 weeks. Since it's not until the 20th, we'll keep mentioning it for you. Okay?
Absolutely. This is The Good Life, y'all. We will be back. I have actually a special guest for you, so I can't tell you what it is. It's a little bit interesting. And it's Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day. We have all kinds of holidays coming up. So we're going to get all into that when we get back. This is Gumbo Talk, and we'll be right back.
Are you satisfied with your current financial position? My name is Kenneth Barnes, President and CEO of KB Enterprises, where we specialize in putting together step-by-step financial action steps for your plan for today and for tomorrow. Whether you're 50 to 85 and need assistance with your final expenses, we have coverage options for every situation. Let us put life back into your finances. Call us today at 504-914-1202. That's 504-914-1202.
Hi, this is Norman Robinson. New Orleans East Hospital is open and providing quality health care in your neighborhood. The New Orleans East Hospital is bringing our finest physicians into a beautiful new facility where you receive compassionate caring service. Emergency room services at New Orleans East Hospital are some of the best in the region. To learn more, visit our website at noehospital.org. Your health matters to us at New Orleans East Hospital.
Rolling Along Productions presents the first annual Roots Reggae Culture Festival, happening Saturday, June 18th, 2016 at Tad Gormley Stadium in City Park. Gates open at 10 a.m. and the vibes lock off at 9 p.m. Featuring special guest performances by Ambush Reggae Band, Casa Samba, the legendary Third World Band, and more. Visit rrcfest.com for more info. Don't miss out on this celebration of roots reggae culture that the whole family can enjoy. One love. We'll see you there.
It was 96 degrees in the shed.
Carter Business Development delivers. For businesses to compete, they must have access. Let CBD be your bridge for business development services, radio advertising, social media marketing, brand ambassador, outreach, and access. Contact Carter Business Development at 504-400-7127 or email Eileen@tglradioshow.com. Carter Business Development creates unfolding opportunities. CBD connects the dots from where you are to where you want to be. Join the good life now with Carter Business Development, 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. As quoted, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. Let CBD save you time and give you access. Call 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. Take the steps required for access so you can live the good life too with Carter Business Development. That's 504-400-7127.
Looking for a cool excursion? Explore, enjoy, and feel the ancestors on the popular Black Heritage and Jazz Tour of New Orleans. Hear about the world-famous jazz legends. The truth ain't nothing nice. We start at the beginning. Congo Square. Why is it considered sacred ground? And birthplace of jazz. Who started the transatlantic slave trade? Resistance and revolts.
Freedom.
Did you know Louis Armstrong was banned from playing in New Orleans for almost a decade? Come walk through Armstrong Park and Congo Square. Get on the cool, air-conditioned luxury bus. Black Indians, Mardi Gras Indians, stories told by Big Chief David Montana. Book your Black Heritage and Jazz Tour today by calling 504-457-9439. That's 504-457-9439. Or visit us on the web at www.allaboutdat.com. Make your reservation today.
car accident, the insurance company tried to give me less than I knew I deserved. I called Maurice Reed Jr. He got me $150,000.
I'm Morris Reed Jr. If you got hit in a car accident, call me, 488-HELP.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday. We're here to open your mind.
Good life, hey, in a different lane.
We are back on Gumbo Talk Thursday, and you know we're about to stir it up, or something that's stirring around the city. And y'all will know what I mean in a second. I have Rachel to my right, and I have Terry to my left. Have y'all noticed something that's stirring around the city? No, but we'll talk about that soon.
If you're talking about the sinkholes, then that's another story.
That is another story. Sinkhole de Mayo. Yeah, there's something going on, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about either. And I want to thank our listeners because, number one, I appreciate you listening, and because you don't have to take your time to listen to us, and I really appreciate everything that you do, and I appreciate when you all call in and let us know what you like, what you don't like, what we can make that better. Well, I had a call from a listener yesterday. His name was Adam, and we had a great conversation. I was like, Adam, I really appreciate your call, and he was appreciating the information on the show. And when we get those conversations, it really makes us inspired to continue to do what we're doing. And so how you have that moment where I'm supposed to talk to you?
Right.
So I was like, well, Adam, what do you do? And he said, I work with Terminex. And I said, really? Oh my gosh, we were just talking about last night how the termites were swarming all over the city. And Aiden actually brought it to my attention. So I was like, Adam, why don't you call in the show tomorrow and tell everybody what we can do about termites? Because, we live in New Orleans.
Turn off the lights.
Exactly.
Leave. So
I want to welcome Adam to The Good Life. Welcome, Adam. You are here with the ladies of Gumbo Talk. I know you didn't think know what you were getting into when you called yesterday, but look, I pulled you on the air.
Thank you, Eileen, and it's great to be here. And I want to say first that I appreciate your show and how you bring solutions to the table. I'm kind of a new listener. I've been listening for a few weeks, and it's great how you bring community information.
Thank you so much, Adam. Oh, my gosh. It's really these conversations that inspire me, and so it's just a give and take. Whatever I can do to plant a seed, because I'm planted by God every day. So whatever I can do to spread a word or whatever it may be, whatever it is, that's what I try to do. So thank you so much, because that's what The Good Life is about: love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding. And if we can all show a little bit more of that, what a different world we live in. So
absolutely well put.
That's why I do what I do.
That's why she does what she does.
That's what I do what I do. But Adam, why do you do what you do? Because you save a lot of compassion and understanding too.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially for the people like me who are terribly afraid of any rodent of any kind.
Well, thank you. And you mentioned you saw the swarmers. Termites live in groups called a colony, and so. Like the Mardi Gras cruise, they have a king and a queen. They have soldiers. They have workers and the swarmers. And the Formosan swarmers come out this time of year, usually up through between Mother's Day and Father's Day. And they like to fly around the lights at night. So they come out of the colony, they mate, they lay their eggs, they drop their wings and crawl off and die. So sometimes you'll see a bunch of wings around. Sometimes you'll just see the bodies, or you'll see them crawling off. They're small enough to where they can get into most attics, and then they'll find their way into the living areas. And
my skin is starting to crawl.
I know.
Yeah. They want to lay the eggs around wet wood. So they're looking for a leaky roof, leaky windows, because when the eggs hatch, they're going to need moisture and food. And the swarmers are interested to increase the population of the colony and to start new colonies. We also have native subterraneans, and those swarmers are black, and they like to swarm in the middle of the day. The native subterraneans, they live in colonies of 200,000 to 300,000. Most of them live in colonies 6 to 8 million. I've heard some figures as high as 30 million. And that's why Formosans can do so much more damage in a shorter period of time as the size of the population.
Oh no!
Okay, so what is there anything that we can do? Keep the lights off. Forget that. Keep don't have wet wood around your home. That's another. Is there? I mean, what else can one do?
What can we do?
Right. So you want to look for that. You want to promptly give attention to leaky roof, leaky windows, or dripping faucets, or air conditioner, hot water heaters, and make sure the fascia, which would be the exterior wood around the roof, around the exterior of the house, make sure it's not damaged or collecting moisture. Also, if it's a slab, you'd really like to be able to see 2 to 3 inches of the slab below the siding or the brick, because the tunnels will come up the slab and then go into the house. So even if it's treated, if there's mulch piled up too high, the termites will use that as a bridge and come in undetected. And as far as the termite is concerned, that area is not even treated.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So what do you do? Okay, say if you find a lot of wings around, what does that mean? Does that mean like they got in, or what does that mean?
It depends where. Well,
it means you got problems.
If you went up into the attic, you saw a lot of wings, it means they're getting into the attic. Again, you want to look for any leaks or moisture. It doesn't mean that the termites are eating your house, but that's ultimately what people want to know. Yeah, I saw some evidence. Are they eating my house? So that's where you want to call your termite company, and if you don't have one, we'd be happy to help you with that. But you want to determine, just because you have wings or you have termites in the house, it doesn't mean that they're eating your house, but they could be.
So what evidence, what should we look for if we're, taking a walk around the house? What should we look for as evidence? What are you like, okay, this is a telltale sign?
Okay, inside, you look for things on the sheetrock, like pinholes or dirt that didn't used to be there. That would be a sign, or if you see them flying out the wall. On the outside, you look for the mud tunnels. And can you see 2 to 3 inches of the slab all the way around the house? And wood-to-ground contact. Do you have firewood or some wood stacked on the ground near the house? That's like a big flag to termites, hey, over here, this is where the food is. And then once they eat the wood, they're like, well, what else you got?
Wow. Okay, so is there any sort of spray that you can put, that spray around your home or inside your home that would kill them off? Or put a barrier around the house?
They're not, the swarmers, they're not going to live for very long. But you can spray them and they will die. But as far as doing termite treatment yourself, the best chemical on the market, the active ingredient is fipronil, which is in Termador and Taurus. And you can buy that at one of the local pest, PEST stores, and do your treatment yourself. But that's the best chemical available on the market. And on that, you're going to put down 4 gallons for every 10 feet and saturate the soil 4 inches out and 6 inches deep all the way around the slab. Things
or
like
you can
that.
call,
And the chemical actually bonds to the soil, so rain and water doesn't wash it away. Sunlight over time will break it down. And heavy bleach, if you bleach in your house, other chemicals will deteriorate the barrier.
Got it. Or we can just call
the Good Life is just
to,
calling Adam Thibodeau at Terminex.
Yeah.
So, Adam.
Wait, can I ask Adam a question?
Sure.
You know how a lot of people put cardboard boxes in their attic with storage?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that something that contributes, if they get in your attic, to keeping them there?
I would say no. Now, if there was moisture, then that might be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, most attics are full of wood or products made from wood.
Right, yeah.
You brought up an interesting point. Like on raised houses, I've seen this before, where the insulation has fallen to the ground, and the back of the insulation is made out of paper, which is made from wood. And so I've seen termites trail up the back of the paper. They eat that paper and work their way into the house.
Oh, my word. What about trees around the home? Is that does that attract them as well?
Yeah,
like a lot of trees.
Oftentimes you'll find them in trees, and so that would be you want to pay attention to that also. And sometimes you can see the trails on the outside of the tree or stumps. It'd be good to have the stumps grounded around the house because that wood in the ground will draw wood-destroying insects also.
Wow.
So basically, it's hopeless, right?
Yeah.
They're going to come back every year.
That's my takeaway from this. It's
Absolutely
hopeless.
Not.
Yeah.
There are methods of treatment to keep them at bay and to eliminate them.
So the best rule of thumb here is to make sure that you do not have, any wet wood around your home, wood outside of your home that you're just stockpiling. Look for any type of damage inside the home with sheetrock, with the stuff on the floor. Also, to make sure that you check your attic to see if you have anything swarming in there. Mostly to check your roof and wood for any possible dampness. Correct?
Correct, and then can you see 2 to 3 inches of the slab around the house?
Oh yeah, right. That part. That's very important.
Or I can just call Adam Thibodeau at Terminex, and he'll tell me all of this again, right?
Right.
And you'll come visit me.
Absolutely.
So how can they do that?
6 parishes on the North Shore, St. Tammany and Washington Parish, and then Orleans, Jefferson, Plaquemines, and St. Charles. And Arlene, with your permission, I'll offer a free inspection, no obligation, and a $100 coupon towards a termite contract to all the Good Life listeners.
Yay! Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? So make sure you say that you heard it on the Good Life. Call Adam Thibodeau of Terminex. Adam, give them your number 2 times.
985-237-3722. That's 985-237-3722, and you can text or call me.
And I am going to post that on our Facebook page as well, so make sure you follow us at the Good Life Radio Show on Facebook, and I will put all of that information to contact Adam Thibodeau of Terminex. And give us the parishes that you work in again, please.
I personally mostly work in St. Tammany and Washington parishes.
Okay, but make sure you contact him. But you said, you can have a contact, but I only want them to call you. Listener, I only want them to call you.
Yeah.
But he'll help you find another way, to make sure you're taken care of, because that's what the Good Life is all about.
With free consultation and $100 coupon.
Y'all see what happens when y'all listen to the Good Life? So, Adam, one more time. This is Adam Thibodeau of Terminex. He's giving us all this great information. Y'all saw them swarming. Go check your houses and call Adam. 985-237-3722. 985-237-3722, because that is Good Life. Adam, thank you so much for calling in this morning. You gave me more information than I ever knew was out there.
Actually, more than I ever wanted to know.
I would say, open your mind and change your life.
There you
go. There you go, Adam.
Adam,
thank you.
Adam, you're going to be a part of this show. You just don't know it. Thank you so much for your call. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I love our listeners.
Yeah, can I give you a little update, too?
Yes.
So Terry and I went to a dinner the other night. We're sitting next to this gal who's a vice president of the United Way, and she was a real dynamo. Her name is Charlene
Dynamo.
Cassiope. Anyway, so I was telling her about the piano. Mm-hmm. Remember we offered a piano last week? And she got tears in her eyes. Did she not, Terry?
Yes, she did.
She said that they have this program for children who have either been battered and abused physically or sexually that they run, and they were starting a choir as a therapy for these kids, and they did not have a piano, and they would love to have the piano. And when I told the nuns, they were beyond thrilled to death. And of course, Terry volunteered her brother dear to move the piano for them, and so collectively as a community we found a nice setup for the piano and helped hopefully a lot of people.
That is the Good Life.
Yeah,
those are the stories.
A very worthy cause.
Those are the stories that warms my heart. And I hope something isn't warming the rest of your body tonight, because it is Cinco de Mayo. Make sure you do not let the margaritas warm you. Make sure that you have a designated driver. And also this weekend is Mother's Day, so I wanted to wish each one of you a very happy Mother's Day. Cindy, for you too. You're doing your Mother's things. And for all of those out there who are celebrating Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. And for all of you who may not have your mothers and want to, wish you well and, send out our prayers for you on this Mother's Day, because, sometimes Mother's Day can be hard.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard for me, but I'm getting through it.
And that's why you have
girls
us.
Are here. Yeah, I know, and I have no girls here this Mother's Day. It's so sad.
Yeah, me. What are you talking about? You have me.
I have you.
Yeah, just forget about you.
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't need those kids. We're going to go have fun. Don't worry
but I'm
about
glad you said that. For those, who I know, my sister has a friend who recently lost her mother, so this will be her first. Y'all make sure you reach out to those family members or those friends. Today that day is going to be a little bit more difficult for them. Open your mind to living differently in the world. Be a little bit more compassionate, and
if
reach
I might
out.
also add, I have quite a few friends who have lost children.
Oh, yes.
And so if you would be especially kind
as well
to women who have children.
Yes. Just give them a call of encouragement. It will make a world of difference, because that is the good life. Open your mind to living differently in the world. Touch your neighbor, love somebody, hug your children. And that's it. This is Gumbo Talk with Rachel and Terry, and we are out.